Hello there everybody, I'm Mr. Game Pie, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Riders. Last time we went through the Babylon Cup and I said that I'd be doing the challenges in this episode. That is not accurate. Actually, before we do the challenges, I want to show you guys the tracks that you haven't actually gotten to see yet. Basically, there are 5 tracks that don't appear in the cups, and there's just 3 tracks in general that don't appear in any other mode other than this one. And so I'm going to be showing those off today. I'm actually going to show off Cream on the light board. Now, back in the earlier videos, I explained that Cream actually has 1 less star than any other character. Like, every character, on average, has, like, 1 stat they excel at with 4 stars, 2, and then the rest they're average at. 2 3-star stats, and then a turning of 2. Cream, however, she does have the 4-star stat of acceleration, much like any other flight character. But, unlike the other flight characters, she only has 2 power. And, you know, power is going to be your off-road abilities and such. Now, this means, and she doesn't have an extra star or anything else, unlike Tails, who, he also has only 2 stars of power, but he has an extra star of turning, so that makes up for it. However, Cream has a very special ability in that she is the lightest character of the game. So whenever she boosts, she will stay at her boosted speed for way longer than any other character. Unless going uphill, because, you know, power is very low. And notably, the speed that you're at whenever you're boosting is pretty much the fastest speed possible. She goes up to 240 with this combination. And the highest speed that's actually possible in the game at all is, as far as I've seen, 250. So, you know, that's pretty fast. The light board is a board that I'm using with her because it also has the ability of elongated boost times. So using this particular combination, you can pretty much stay in boost mode forever until like a ramp or something appears that you need to go onto. Unfortunately, this is not the best stage to actually demonstrate that. Because there are a lot of things in this stage that will interrupt your boost time. But I can try. And this stage is actually really cool because it is the counterpart to the boss battle of the game, basically. Digital Dimension allegedly takes place in the same general area. And, you know, you've got that section. It basically all looks like the Afterlife. Or at least one interpretation of it. And one thing that's a little bit unique about this area is this section up ahead, which is actually a little bit randomized, because you may have noticed which path was the flight speed or power paths changed each time you go here. And it might be consistent, but I'm pretty sure that it's random which one it'll be. Alright, but then back to menu, because that's you know, that's basically the hero version of the boss battle stage. But now we've got the 2 stages that we've been unlocking for the past 2 videos now, Sega Carnival and Sega Illusion. Alright, so let's see here. What ride do I want to show off? How about I show off the Faster? The Faster adds 2 to your speed. It removes 2 of your acceleration. Doesn't do anything to power, and removes 1 corner. So with Tails, it just so happens to have 2 in everything except speed. But most characters aren't gonna have. They're gonna have less acceleration. They're gonna have less turning. And they're going to have a little bit more power. They're going to have average power. Now, notably, the faster seems to have this effect. Oh my gosh, that is the worst thing to happen. It seems to have this effect where it doesn't get air quite as easily. Oh yeah, by the way, this entire stage is references to other Sega games. That's it, that's the entire stage. Like, you see we got this night section here. We went through a Billy Hatcher segment and a Samba de Amigos section earlier. Now we're in a Monkey Ball area. Oh, and now we've got a Crazy Taxi section. You can even ride the Crazy Taxi. I know that at least one of my viewers will find that exciting. Anyway. And to note, the chimes that have been playing each time we go to a new area, they only play the first time you go to that area. Like, now that we've gone to every area, now that we're on the second lap, the chimes aren't going to play anymore. But you know, this stage, it feels really fun. Like, each area has its own gimmick, and I find that to be pretty cool. Although that said, the Monkey Ball section here, if you're playing as a character that isn't a flight character, it is really annoying. It is very difficult to actually make those jumps consistently from one platform to another. Especially with the tilting, you can often just slide off. Yeah, see, right now I'm at 249. That's basically as fast as you're gonna get. Yeah, like I was saying, the faster seems to not get air quite as easily as other rides. Probably to, you know, compensate for the fact that it is ridiculously fast. Like right now, Tails is at a speed of 5, which, I mean, you know, that's 1 star faster than regular speed characters. If you're playing as a speed character, they'd have a speed of 6. Which is almost the highest thing you can have. 7 is the highest you can have any stat. Though I'm pretty sure that 4 is the highest turning. It's the only stat like that. Turning is just a weird stat in general in that way. Yeah, say Carnival. It's fun. I actually have another save file where I've unlocked every single gear in the game, and so I'm thinking that maybe at some point, if there's any sort of request for it, if it's anything that y'all would want to see, I might just start going through the different Grand Prix, just using specific rides that y'all want to see demonstrated. Let's see here, what else do I want to show off? I actually don't have that many boards unlocked. Well, we may as well use the powerful gear. Let's see here. Doesn't do anything to your... Oh, actually, it removes 1 acceleration. Top speed stays the same. Power gets added by 2. And then cornering stays the same. So it's an acceleration nerf, but a big power buff. And I'm still an above average character with this selection, so let's try it out. Though I don't know if it'll actually help me that much in this particular stage.
This contest will kick off in a short time.
Unfortunately, Sega Illusion, unlike Sega Carnival, doesn't seem to have as much references. Like, down there at the bottom, we've got the Opa characters flying around. And then there's this section, which, is it based off of anything? I mean, allegedly this section is based off of Knights, but, well, I guess I don't really know anything about Knights, so maybe it's really very Knightsy, and I don't know. That's entirely possible. I know very little about Knights. And then we have Space Channel 5, which I think is kind of like a rhythm game or something. And we got the aliens from Space Channel 5 shooting at us. So that's very nice. And then we have Jet Rocket or something? Yeah, I'm not familiar with this game at all. In fact, I'm not actually that familiar with very many Sega games. Oh yeah, this is also Samba de Amigo, I guess. Okay, the mountains just, okay, yeah, they just, I don't know if you saw because they're kind of in the background, but the mountains back there just sort of glitched out of existence for a moment. That's nice. Also, something I don't think I've ever mentioned is that in each stage, you can see this hot air balloon with Chow on it. And I think that those are supposed to be like the Omo Chow that keeps speaking during the entire game. I think that's supposed to be where they're watching from. Oh, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, otherwise, there's not a whole lot else to say about this area. You want to be a power character if you're going to land on the red spaces, because there's this sort of cage thing in the center of the area. And those take you to that cage area, and if you're a power character, you can break through it and get rings and stuff, and it's all good. I mean, even if you're not a power character, you're on constant boost pads in that area. It doesn't slow you down that much. But, you know, power characters get extra air from it, they get faster from it, so it helps them out a little bit, at least. One nice thing about this stage is the fact that there's so many air capsules just all over the place. It really helps for certain rides that cannot gain air in regular ways. We haven't seen any of those yet, but there are certain rides that have such effective stats or perhaps abilities that they have to have some sort of nerf to them, so they make it so that there's only certain ways you can gain air. And the air capsules, you can always gain air from air capsules, no matter what ride you're playing as. So those really help for those kinds of rides. Alright, so now that we've seen every stage in action, next time we're actually going to begin the missions. But before we go to that, I want to show you something interesting about the missions, real quick. Alright, so let's go. Mission mode. Alright, so we got Storm's mission and Wave's mission. Now let's click on Wave's mission. We just go straight to the mission thing. But now let's click on Storm's mission. Look at this, we got this big storm, we got this big story thing. And so whenever first playing the game, I saw, oh, there's Wave's missions. Maybe I'll click on her thing and we'll get a story. And it's like, nope, you don't get a story from her thing. And so then I thought, well, I wonder if you go to hers first, and then she'll have her story thing. But no, she just doesn't have a story thing. It's just Storm. But yeah, basically here, Storm is explaining to the viewer that he was given these missions to do by Jet, and then Sonic, he found them. And this is essentially the extension to the story of the game. You could call it, I guess. And yeah, we're going to be getting some legendary gear. And yeah, there's 5 missions for every track of the game. And next time, I'm going to be starting up on Metal City. So, until next time, I'm Mr. Game Pie. See you later.